Jerusalem, the faithful city, she that was full of justice, has become a harlot. Stop it! No! I do not heard! Has it not been told you from the beginning? What are your multitude of sacrifices to me?
I see a lot of preachers, yo, but where'd all the teachers go? It seems that most of these churches these days they seem to grow so fast. It's looking less like acts and more like actors on a TV show. See, it's only God's word that can feed your soul, but they seem more concerned with the seed you sow. Believe me, bro, something that you need to know. I'll speak it slow, God don't need your dough. So if I keep it bold and the secret's told, a lot of preachers these days got a greed for gold. So they're trying to fleece the fold and preach the Old Testament law instead of taking heed to what's told in 2 Corinthians 9. And you can take a glimpse and you'll find the reason why I'm not convinced they're in line. Let's skip to verse 7 now, check the word, brethren. Is this what you're seeing in your local church setting? I never came to bring peace but a sword. This judgment begins in the house of the Lord. Hey yo DJ, get them turntables and spin. We about to turn tables in the temple again. I said I never came to bring peace but a sword. This judgment begins in the house of the Lord. Hey yo DJ, get them turntables and spin. We about to turn tables in the temple again. It says let every man give as he purposes in his heart. So for what you ought to give, to search in your own thought. Cause maybe that feeling you felt was not yours, but was caused by the keyboard pains and sweet chords that had you feeling more like you should give. Now you should give, but look at what the scripture says. It says give cheerfully, not under compulsion. That includes using music just to move your emotion. Now I ain't against emotion, but emotionalism, especially when it's used from pulpits to provoke us to giving. And you know our focus is driven by that which we earn, cause we don't give unless we're getting something back in return. That's why some will put their money in the offering plate, but if they saw a hungry man they wouldn't offer their plate. We in a state of emergency, the church needs a heads up, it's time to emergency. I never came to bring peace but a sword. This judgment begins in the house of the Lord. Hey yo DJ, get them turntables and spin. We about to turn tables in the temple again. I said I never came to bring peace but a sword. This judgment begins in the house of the Lord. Hey yo DJ, get them turntables and spin. We about to turn tables in the temple again. There's some murky guys in the church of Christ who's using the Father's house for their merchandise. Yeah, I see how they work their lives and how the church is tied to what pay for the mirth they drive. But as I turn my eyes to Ezekiel 34, that's when I read and see the word of the Lord. Bear witness, woe to them wolves, clothe the shepherds, say no to their message and hold close to the scriptures. They choose God as a means to wealth, and 1 Tim 6:5, I withdraw myself. These days I see godliness exchange for promises of vain exultation on monetary gain. They claim money and God are the same when they obviously ain't. So with this I'm admonishing the saints to prosper, not just in terms of your wallets, but with wisdom to watch for these worldly profits. I never came to bring peace but a sword. This judgment begins in the house of the Lord. Hey yo DJ, get them turntables and spin. We about to turn tables in the temple again. I said I never came to bring peace but a sword. This judgment begins in the house of the Lord. Hey yo DJ, get them turntables and spin. We about to turn tables in the temple again.
I pray for the sermon over sermons and every service over every man and concern that's birds and claim the God's servant. Cause the serpent is moving in certain circuits, making the church resemble circus, leading both straight to the furnace. We came to bring the truth straight to the surface in the booth, cause we made for this purpose. That's why I'm here, look, exposing the fables for those who ain't able, and to oppose the stable, the pros in our stable. Good forbid that four Christians forfeit their faith, cause the old critics' extortion is forced in space to fall on the floor, and in all they'll say, let's sow a seed, there's no blessing, it's all done in vain. We turned tables before grace, we weren't able, and the word can't work till its worst came, now I'm firm stable, and we're praying that men believe, kicking doors in this den of feet, forerunner telling me.
And you have turned it into a den of thieves!